A lot of versatility. You know, he could score the ball in the post. He could pass. He could knock down 15-footer. He could step behind the three-point line, knock down threes. And he a big body to get us all open. And, you know, it's going to be great once he get implemented into the system.
How do you, Kyle obviously is a big leader on this team. How do your leadership skills evolve this year, your role?
You know, we experienced one of the greatest opportunities in the world, and that's to represent our country, play on the Olympic team, and win a gold medal. And with that experience, being around the rest of those guys and just the whole experience in the whole, you know, we gained so much knowledge, and to do it together, you know, is even that much more better that we could bring, you know, to our own team.
How much different of a ball player do you think you might be this season compared with other seasons?
It's going to be a lot different. You know, I think more so mentally, understanding the game at a different level, the approach that we have to take with the experience of playing in the Eastern Conference Final and also playing with, you know, 11 great guys, the best players in the world on the Olympic team. So having that knowledge, understanding how to take the correct approach and, you know, bring your teammates along as well.
What kind of a difference can DeMar make this season, assuming that he's healthy and gets back to the player that he was?
Big difference, man, big. You know, it was tough for us last year to figure out ways to play without him. And even when he was playing early on, he was hurt. Even when he came back, he wasn't his full self. And we still managed to, you know, make history. You know, to have him back, start a camp, start a preseason, be able to implement him fully, you know, it's going to give us everything that we've been searching for.
And that's sort of like an addition, right? I mean, aside from the front court shake up a little bit with Biz gone and then Sullinger in, this is more or less the same team. So can you sort of see him as being a guy that can help put you guys?
Oh yeah, over the hump for sure. You know, like I said, it was frustrating for us all to see him hurt, see him not being 100%, and he still was beneficial for us, you know. But this time around, to have him fully healthy, you know, from the start to the beginning of the season is definitely going to help.
DeMar, I don't know how much time you had in September with these guys back in Toronto. Or have you had a chance to see Sullinger yet in terms of his ball distribution?
Yeah, we first day when I came up last week to Toronto, we played open run, and you know it was amazing. You know, just to get the feel for him. You know, he understands how to play the game. You know, he was on a great team, great organization with Boston Celtics. So, you know, he fit in well. You know, and now it's all about putting in our system, our style of play on both ends. And, you know, I think it's going to help a lot.
Replacing Biz, is that going to be sort of by committee, do you think, with some of the younger guys, his minutes?
I mean, yeah, everybody got to step in and bring everything they can, you know, especially defensively, and understand that's what got us where we was last year was the defensive end. And, you know, it's tough to replace a guy like Biz, but, you know, we got to figure out ways. It's got to be a collective effort with everybody.
At the start of last season, you were talking about the motivation of learning from the disappointment of the previous playoffs. What do you take out of last spring's playoffs, which were a success, even though he didn't make it all the way?
I mean, how hard it is just to get to that point. And it's just understanding it's going to take even more effort to even get back to that point, you know. But now you kind of have the blueprint of what it takes to win in the playoffs, what it takes to close out series, what it's like to play multiple game sevens, the intensity, you know, everything. You know, more so just understanding that throughout the season, what it takes to be another good team.
What does the contract feel like for you right now? Obviously, it's a good contract, but is it motivating or is it daunting?
I don't think about it till you just brought it up. Honestly, I don't think about it till people bring it up or they mention it. You know, my motivation is to get back and further to the point to where we was last year.